and welcome. My name is Nadia and this life is an adventure. So in today's quest, I'm going to be introducing you all to my son, who's currently out of breath because it's hot and we're outside. I thought this video was necessary for me to make because although he's not literally my son, he is like a son to me. He's my bestest friend in the world and so important in my life. And I know that he will be in my life for as long as he lives, so I thought it was important for me to introduce him on this channel because he will be here, featured a lot. He is hot, but he's okay, I promise. So this is Salvio Hispanica. Salvio is about 1.5 years old. He was born on Valentine's Day. That's like one of my favorite facts about him. I'm just going to tell the story about how I got him and tell a little bit about his personality, the joys of having him. So at the beginning of last year, I had worked at a nonprofit animal shelter, and they had this event where they were looking for some of the employees to canvass this event. It was a dog marathon event, and I had no idea what I was getting myself into, but I volunteered because the event, we had to get up at 5 to work, and I like getting up early, so I didn't mind doing that. And so I volunteered, and it was just a journey in itself to get there and everything. Going to this event, setting up a booth with my coworker, and just enjoying the day as you would at work. And the event itself was beautiful because there was all kinds of dogs there. Just a little bit of context, I had been looking for a dog, praying about it. Working at an animal shelter made me want a dog so much more, and there were so many beautiful dogs that I ended up really wanting while I was there, but it wasn't meant to work out that way. And now I know it's because of Salvio. There was this truck at the event that was adopting out puppies. Originally I had seen one of his siblings, I think they said, even though she looked nothing like the rest of them. She was this beautiful tan color, and I was like, oh yeah, I want her. And so I went to my coworker and I was like, if I'm able to get this dog, like, will you allow me to? Because, you know, we were on the clock technically, so it wasn't appropriate. I had to move location, sorry, but it wasn't appropriate to be trying to get a dog on the clock. I recognized that, but I talked to my coworker and I was like, God, if this is the moment, let this be the moment. And so when I went into the truck to go look at the girl that I had originally seen, I was looking at all of them. They were all going crazy, and then out of all the puppies that were in there, there was this one puppy that was just sitting there quietly staring at me. This was at the time that I was getting ready to prepare my van to live in, and so I was looking for a dog that could adapt to van life. And him being calm and just content in the midst of his siblings' chaos, and also with the fact that they were inside this kind of like little box truck and he was able to remain calm, let me know that he would be a good fit for van life. And then we took him out. This was the day that I first got him. We took him out and he just started being so sweet and was so calm, a little shy. His name was Trot when I first got him. That was not going to stay. I knew that I wanted a dog named Salvio because I originally wanted to name a dog Chia after chia seeds, and because I love plants, and I researched the plant's name that creates chia seeds, and it's Salvia hispanica. And I really liked Salvio, so that's the name I went with, and I love that name so much. Someone told me in passing, I don't know how true this is, but Salvio also means saved in Latin, and I thought that was beautiful because not only was this the time that I had been saved, but also Salvio came into my life and saved me in so many ways. With the chaos of last year and just adjusting to that new chapter of life, he was truly a support system, and he is such a great empath. He really tunes into my emotions and is there for me so much, and I couldn't be more grateful for him. So I got him knowing that I wanted a dog to adapt to van life with, but also just an adventure dog. My initial impression of his breed was that he was Dachshund, which is actually what sold me on wanting him, because that is my favorite dog, my dream dog, and I had been getting scammed a lot through Facebook trying to find a Dachshund, so I had kind of given up on that breed specifically, but God was like, no, I'm gonna get you what you want, what you deserve. It said that he was Dachshund and miniature Dachshund and miniature pincher, but as I've had him over this past 1.5 years, so many strangers have come up to me and were like, is he a Malinois? Is he a mountain Malinois? And I researched Malinois, and I do believe that he is mixed with the Malinois because of his brindle color, as well as his dark face, as well as his size, because he has gotten a lot bigger than I was led to believe that he would get. Salvio, aquí. He's such a good listener. Training him was such a beautiful experience because he learned so quickly. The only problem I ever had with him was how much he loves other dogs and humans, well, other animals in general. He's truly so loving, and I say that's because he was born on Valentine's Day, but he's truly so unconditionally loving, and so the only disconnect I've had with training with him was getting him to stop jumping on people or stop going crazy when he sees other animals. But he's come a long way with it. He's such a good listener, really, though. I'm sitting here at the park letting him run around, and he's not running away. He's staying close because he was such a good dog. He loves fetch, and I always wanted a dog that would fetch because I've had dogs where I'll throw it and then they'll take it and go play with it, but he will bring it back. He's going. Aki! Aki, sit. Take it. I got him when he was 3 months old. Thankfully, I got him so young. I wanted to feel like I was raising him, and I got him young enough to have experienced it that way. He's truly the best and just so sweet. Here are some pictures of him along the van life journey. He truly loved that experience, and it was so great to have a dog who was so into the adventure, because a lot of dogs could reject that, but thankfully he was born to adventure like me. He's my best friend, and I just had to let you all know him because I get the joy of having been blessed with him and getting to know him. And you know, he's going to be very important on here because to me this is my first child. I will commit to taking care of him for his entire life, and he has committed to loving me for mine, so it's important that he's honored on this channel. I did originally also get him for him to be a service animal. I know that the process of an animal becoming a service animal is really expensive, so one day I will fully hone in on that, but in the beginning stages I was just training him myself. I trained him in deep pressure therapy. I have asthma and also panic attacks, and those can go hand in hand sometimes. So if I lay down and say ground, he knows to lay on my chest, and the pressure for me helps me to steady my breathing and calm myself. And it didn't take him long to train in that because he's a very good listener. There's not much to say about him. He's a pretty casual guy, pretty standard, pretty loving, but I just thought as much as he's going to be featured in videos here and there, he should have his own introduction. When I first got him, he was so small that I was able to fit him in my overalls that I had. I was also able to fit him in this bag that someone had given me, and so I would take him on the city bus with me all the time, and he actually loved it. He has an underbite and his little teeth show, and I think it's the funniest thing ever. He's just a great dog to be around. He's so fun. He looks like a puppy, even though he's aging out of being a puppy. He'll forever look like a little baby. It's funny, when I first got him, you know, a lot of people say that a dog that is truly for somebody will look like their owner, and when I first got him, people kept telling me that he looked like me, and sometimes I'll stare at him and be like, yeah, you really do look like me. Like, if I was a dog, I think that's what I would look like. So that's my introduction to Salvio. Like I said, not much to say. He speaks for himself, but I'll feature him more on here. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I love you, and God loves you.
Toodles!